Hello, hello. So last night was great. Could fall asleep with the sound of the water in the background. Nothing that I wanted to dried of course, because it was so wet by the waterfalls, but that's okay. Most of the stuff, especially the underwear liner and shorts, feels kind of gross putting it on the next day, but it dries pretty quick. I did swap out the shirt. Just didn't feel like having that soaking shirt on my back to start the day, so I'm hiking in the long sleeve. Humidity is definitely dropped, so it is not as bad. These past few days I can already tell. In terms of what I'm doing today, I mentioned in another video that the app that I'm using for navigation kind of has these downloadable sections, and I'm gonna finish the first one today. So that one is Katahdin to Grafton Notch. So I'm gonna get to Grafton Notch. It's only about 8 miles away right now. I think I'll hit one shelter, Fry Notch, and then the Baldpates. Then I'll get into Grafton Notch, and then from there, I have Old Speck. So that would be quite a day. I haven't, again, because they're two different maps, it's hard to do the route planning. Pretty sure if I also did Old Speck and stayed at the Old Speck campsite, it'd be closer, if not more than 6,000 feet of elevation gain. And I think around 15 miles, but I'll correct myself like I usually do, if that's wrong. But yeah, it could turn into quite the day if I want it to be. So we will see. So I made it to Fry Notch, lean-to. Man, I love it when the lean-tos are right off the trail. Some of them, they're pretty steep descents in and out, but yeah, I'm gonna stop here and have a little more food. I was cold soaking oatmeal for the first few miles, so gonna give that a shot. And yeah, I guess my strategy today is just keep eating as much as I can. I have a lot of food, so keep eating and try and still get to Old Speck. Man, climb up Baldpate has been kicking my butt this morning. I love these where you can see I'm almost done with the woods climbing and it's just gonna open up and get beautiful. So you see that a lot in Maine, especially Bigelows, and Saddlebacks. But yeah, I just love that little section because for a while you're just climbing and you can see the light, but the trees kind of never end. You can kind of see the sky, so you have an idea when it's over, but when you actually see the open area up front, it's just such a good feeling. So I'm just getting off Baldface East Peak. There's a bunch of Baldface peaks. I think I have another few miles of kind of this like ridge walking, which you can't really see that well right now. But like I've been collecting like all these blueberries. I've been collecting all these blueberries. They are everywhere. So I've just been like going so slow. So I've just been going so slow and just eating all these blueberries. Alright, so I messed up before. I was just on East Peak. You can actually see the sign in the background. And I got a picture at the summit. I got someone to take a picture of me, so I'll put that at the end of the video. So that was East Peak. Kind of see that. I'm pretty sure is Old Speck. So that's where I'm like trying to go today, but that's a huge climb. And I gotta go all the way down and then all the way up, so we'll see. But for now, I'm just enjoying this beautiful ridge walk. Or I wouldn't say this is, you know, a ridge, but it's exposed, so I'm loving it. Oh man, not one of these things. I just really don't like these ladders. I just feel way less secure on it. I'd rather just climb up the rock. Just got finished with the Baldpates, so they're pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just like a sucker for any above tree line walking. I'm gonna love it. I don't care exactly how high it is. You know, how famous it is. If I'm above tree line, the winds are whipping around. You get some views, or even if you don't. I just like the exposed areas. Yeah, so now I got three miles down. Oh, before I get into that, there are signs everywhere about Alpine plants, so it is important when you're up there to stay on the marked trail as close as you can, and try and not, you know, step on some of the plants, because some of them can be pretty rare and they are fragile, so they don't really grow that tall, so you might not even notice and step on them. So just I do my best to try and stay on trail. But yeah, I got 3 miles down to Grafton Notch, and then yeah, it's 3 miles but 2,300 feet of descent, so it's not going to be a fun descent. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, that is a lot of elevation loss in 3 miles. So I'm going to get down there. Plan is still to do Old Speck. Kind of hoping a little bit for trail magic at this spot. It's a huge Appalachian trail spot. It's a place where a lot of backpackers kind of start their trip to go through the Mahoosics, or, you know, go south for a few days. Only had trail magic once so far, so if there were a good place for this, it would be now. So we'll see. Alright, so I'm definitely coming right up on the road. Made it to Grafton Notch. Man, that's huge. That is the change of the maps in my app, so I know I've come quite a ways. Some footage of the road and the little road crossing. And yeah, I did manage to look up how far it is to the Old Speck campsite. It's like 4.6 or 4.6, but I think 2,700 feet of gain. So they're not messing around. It's only 1 o'clock though, so I have all day to get up to that campsite. But yeah, I think when I go back and look at this, this will be almost 5, maybe 6,000 feet of elevation gain by the time I'm done. Somehow got a full picnic table. You could see, actually I don't know if you can see everything. Oh yeah. Kind of right over my food bag, other way, right there. Some garbage cans, so you can toss out some trash, which is all this. For lunch, I'm gonna do some flour tortillas, and I got some like peanut butter packets. Also, I'm gonna eat this like 1 bar, 20 grams of protein. It's so good. I'm sorry to my fiance Elise. She's deathly allergic to peanut butter. I'll quit when when I come back home and when I see you. But sometimes they don't have any alternatives. I was trying to go like peanut butter free, just I don't know, because I'm used to doing that when I'm with Elise, but it's kind of hard once you're out there to find like other nut butters. So had to get peanut butter, but it is really good and a lot of calories. Update, still at the little picnic table. I just finished all my lunch, which I wound up having like a cheese and pepperoni burrito too. I was hungry, so protein bar, peanut butter, and a burrito, and pepperoni and cheese burrito. But also some people saw me and just gave me a water and some like gummies and nut butter. So I don't know if I had a look, but they could definitely tell I was through hiking, so they gave me some food. So I'll count it as trail magic. No one's set up here, but I'll take that. And also got to dump my trash. So yeah, so now on to Old Speck. I'm about half mile to a quarter mile away from the summit of Old Speck. Found out that this is Maine's 3rd highest peak. So it's a 4,000 footer too. It's a little bit off trail. It's a blue blaze, so I'm gonna take it, go see it. There's supposedly a lookout point or a ladder or some kind of like viewpoint. I hate heights. I don't know if people are actually watching every single one of these videos, but way back at the beginning, I mentioned I do not like sheer drop-offs and like old rickety ladders at the tops of mountains. Not a huge fan of. So it'll be a last-second decision if I go up or not. Hey, different view. No pack. I left it at the little junction. It's like a 0.3 to the summit, so I was like, I don't need to carry this whole thing. Just gonna leave it to the side. Yeah, I just got my fanny pack, phone. Man, first few steps without the pack, I felt like I was like drunk. I couldn't walk. But it sure is a whole lot easier to walk when you don't have pounds and pounds on your back. Yeah, I'm getting close, so hold on, I'll flip it. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely a no for me. I might walk a few steps up, but I can't do that. I'll get like vertigo and fall. Yeah, I don't think that that's happening. It didn't happen. Took 3 steps, looked up. Nope. Ain't gonna work. You know, after like 15 miles and 5,000 or 6,000 feet of elevation gain and loss, I'm not doing that. I know what it looks like. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, but just sheer, like ladders straight up, bridges, like sheer drops off the side. It gets to me. So, last thing I'd want to do is make it halfway up and, yeah, I don't know, freak out, pass out, fall. Okay, I no longer feel bad about not going up on the ladder. So in the tent, turns out I'm the only SOBO hiker here. Looks like there's about 8-10 Nobo hikers. Shira and Gourmet were not here, so they must just be at the next campsite, which is only a few miles away. Dinner was mushroom rice and some of the pulled pork, but not the good kind of pulled pork, just the, you know, stuff you get at, I think, Walmart, pre-packaged. So I took a picture, I'll put it here so you can see it. So the rest of the night, it's already getting a little colder here, so it might be the coldest night so far. But yeah, I'm just gonna edit videos and listen to audiobook and fall asleep. Tomorrow's Mahusik Notch. And if I'm feeling good, I might cross the lines into New Hampshire. So, huge day. And also, I mentioned in a previous video that my pillow has been... I actually threw the pillow out at Pine Ellis in Andover, so this is what I'm doing now. You can just see my puffy, and that's just all my extra clothes. So, I've been putting that right on top. And yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it looks weird, but it's comfortable. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out in here for a little bit and go to bed. So thanks for watching. Have a good night.